Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a very popular Ninjago season that a lot of people really want to see happen. This might be one of the most popular ideas that isn't even officially canon just yet. I've already done multiple videos discussing the Ninjago Multiverse possibility, and whether or not an event like this would even be possible. Obviously, the majority of Ninjago fans nowadays are pretty much freaking out about the multiverse due to another property, that of course being the new film SpiderMan No Way Home. I'm sure you guys have seen it already. It's only been one of the most popular movies in history, so I'm sure a lot of you guys who were planning on seeing it have already seen it. And at this point in time, I don't really feel uncomfortable discussing spoilers for that movie. The spoiler ban has been unanimously lifted for quite some time. And like I said, a lot of people that enjoy Ninjago are also fans of the MCU, and specifically the Spider-Man movies, hence why Ninjago fans are questioning the possibility of a Ninjago multiverse. In today's video, I would like to break down my own personal thoughts on a possible Ninjago multiverse season, and why Ninjago fans seem to be so excited for this potential idea to possibly become a reality one day. As mentioned, we are simply discussing the possibility of a multiverse season. This is not a confirmation of any type of information. This video will simply be my own personal thoughts on a multiverse season and why I think it may or may not be possible. As mentioned, I do believe a multiverse season does have some potential to be a part of Ninjago's canon moving forward, and there is a very specific way that the Ninjago staff could actually do a season such as this. So let's get into that really quick. What exactly would a multiverse season look like, and what are fans suggesting as a possibility? Recently, I decided to make this image. You'll see it on your screen right now. I really enjoyed making this. Obviously, the No Way Home press has actually been releasing marketing featuring the three Spider-Mens together, the three Spider-Manses all in one place at one time. So I took one of the photos that they made and decided to place various Lloyd faces over top of these Spider-Man actors. These, of course, being the Ninjago TV show version of Lloyd Garmadon from season 1 to season 7. We have the Ninjago movie Lloyd as well, and then we have the modern day Sons of Garmadon to the present day interpretation of the character. I enjoyed this image. It was kind of like a parody of the idea that you could have three distinct actors, each playing the same character, come together under one roof in one movie. I liked this idea quite a bit. But it got me thinking, if the Ninjago multiverse were to eventually happen, if there were to be a big crossover, it would probably be with these three characters, for a good reason. From what I could see from my comment section, a lot of you guys really enjoyed the image when I posted it on my community tab, but some people actually thought the picture didn't really work because two of the three Lloyds are technically the same character, which is true. The season 1 to 7 Lloyd and the season 8 to season now Lloyd are basically the exact same Lloyd, just one of them is aged up and might look a little different. But that is the same character. That is the same character that we've been following this entire time. The only different character would be the Ninjago movie version of Lloyd, which of course the Ninjago movie is an entirely separate universe. But the point of this picture was to showcase that you could have three distinct actors for Lloyd come together under one roof, similar to how the three actors who portrayed Spider-Man in live action came together and did a movie all as one team after each doing their own solo projects before. And it is true, you have three distinct Lloyd actors here. The original Lloyd was portrayed by Jillian Michaels up until season 7, the Ninjago movie version of Lloyd was played by actor Dave Franco, and of course the modern day interpretation of the character is played by voice actor Sam Vincent. You have three distinct actors here, each portraying the character in their own distinct way. And I think if they were to do a multiverse style season, yeah, they should probably focus on the Lloyd character, because Lloyd is the only character that you could potentially do this for. Except maybe Cole, but I really don't think that's a good idea considering the circumstances of him having three different voice actors. I think using the character of Lloyd to represent the multiverse is much more respectful than using Cole. Anyway, you could do a season or a spin-off featuring these three versions of Lloyd, teaming up to fight some type of multiversal threat perhaps, and you can combine all three of these in a very easy way, whether they be from other dimensions or universes, as is the case with the Ninjago movie version of Lloyd, or maybe different timelines, like the situation that we have between season 1 to 7 Lloyd and season 8 to present Lloyd. The Ninjago series could write these two off as being from separate timelines or even separate stories altogether. If they wanted to spice things up even more, instead of having the older version of, well, old Lloyd, they might include the child or young version of Lloyd instead, just to, make things a little bit more interesting, separate the three characters even further. As I mentioned, these three could team up and face off against a multiversal villain, which I have a feeling would be the only way to bring these three together. If there is a single villain causing trouble throughout the Ninjago multiverse, that would make sense to me. I like the idea of a multiverse style season or even spin-off comic book series featuring the three distinct versions of Lloyd, each having their own personalities and their own backstory, and each having a very different and unique mindset. As I said, I do do think a multiversal season is possible, but that does not go without mentioning some restrictions that might make the season a little difficult to get off the ground. For one, the voice actor availability is not 100% there. With Jillian Michaels and Sam Vincent, again, they would have no problem bringing those two back. Lloyd is currently voiced by Sam Vincent in the modern-day Ninjago series, so bringing him back wouldn't really be a problem. Even Jillian Michaels, she's been in recent Ninjago stuff. For those that don't know, Jillian Michaels also plays the character of Maya, so she's worked on Ninjago as recently as Seabound, meaning that getting her back, again, would not be too far-fetched. The only problem with getting voice actors would be Dave Franco, who obviously isn't just a voice actor, he's just an actor in a lot of other things too, especially big-budget movies. They probably had an easier time getting big-name celebrities to voice the characters for the movie, and to bring one of those back for the TV show, I'm not really sure how well that would go down, or how easy it would be to get Dave Franco back, and that's honestly the only restriction that I could see this crossover event actually having. The only trouble would be getting the voice actors to come back, or at least one of the three voice actors to come back. An easier way to do this crossover would be in a comic book series. We know that Ninjago's branching out to various books. We have the Spinjitzu Brothers series, and we also have the upcoming Garmadon comic, so making a multiversal crossover featuring the three distinct versions of Lloyd would be easier to do in comics, that's for sure, and you could easily represent each one's personality in the pages of a comic book. However, at the end of the day, while I do think a multiversal season is possible, and I do kind of want to see a story similar to that, not everything needs to be No Way Home. I've been noticing a trend recently in modern day movies and TV that continues to bother me, and that is, of course, nostalgia baiting, bringing back older things for the sake of bringing back older things. No Way Home was probably the biggest example of that. We have other movies coming out like Doctor Strange 2, or even The Flash, that are going to be, I guess, revisiting things from older movies and properties that really have no business existing in the modern day. Ninjago doesn't really need a multiverse season to still be successful. The series itself is still running strong, with an upcoming 16th season, not to mention multiple, again, spin-off books, comics, TV specials. Ninjago does not need this in order to stand the test of time. Will a multiverse Ninjago season happen eventually? Who's to say? Maybe it could, maybe it will never happen, but I do think the possibility alone has a lot of people excited, and I do think there's a lot that you could do with these three characters. So with that being said, you guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up from my thoughts here today. That'll pretty much do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my discussion of the multiverse Ninjago story potentially happening at some point down the line. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video. That'll pretty much wrap it up from my thoughts here today. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and as always, check out the links down below in the description for other forms of social media. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Once again, you guys, my name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.